Hello everyone, welcome to De-Roofing Dentistry. This is Dr. Krishali Arora, and in today's lecture we'll be discussing FDI tooth numbering system, one of the most important and internationally accepted tooth numbering system in dentistry. Now this topic is extremely important not only for the first year dental anatomy but also for clinical postings, case discussions, viva examinations, NEET MDS preparation and patient charting. So make sure you understand the logic behind this system instead of simply memorizing it. Once you understand the pattern, the entire system becomes very easy. So let's begin. The FDI system is also called the two-digit numbering system or the IOS system. This system is widely used internationally because it is simple, logical, and easy for computer records and charting. Unlike the universal numbering system, FDI does not number teeth continuously from 1 to 32. Instead, every tooth is represented using two digits. Now, this is the most important concept. In FDI notation, every tooth has two digits. Okay, so the first digit represents the quadrant, and the second digit represents the position of the tooth from the midline. Okay, so if you understand quadrants and the position from the midline, then entire system becomes very easy. Now let's understand the quadrants. So the mouth is divided into four quadrants. We are going to draw a vertical line from the upper central incisors to the lower central incisors and a horizontal line which separates the arches. Okay, now the upper right side or the maxillary right quadrant is the first quadrant, is numbered as number 1. Okay, the upper left quadrant is number 2, the lower left quadrant is number 3, and the lower right quadrant is number 4. Now students commonly make mistakes in remembering the sequence, so remember this. The numbering moves in a clockwise direction from the patient's upper right side. Okay? Now let us discuss the second digit. The second digit represents the position of the tooth from the midline. So numbering starts from the center and moves backwards. Okay, so central incisor is represented by number 1, lateral incisor by number 2, canine by number 3, first premolar by 4, second premolar 5, first molar 6, second molar 7, third molar 8. Okay, very important. The numbering always starts from the midline and moves posteriorly. Okay, now let's try to put both the digits together. Okay, so first digit is quadrant and second digit is the position from the midline. So let's take some examples. So I want to represent maxillary right central incisor. Okay, so now it's a right side tooth, upper right side tooth, and it's a central incisor. Okay, so we represent the upper right side with number 1. So the first digit will be 1, and we are talking about the central incisor. So central incisor is represented with number 1. So 1. So this is how you'll represent the maxillary right central incisor. Okay, now let's take another example. Maxillary left central incisor. So maxillary left quadrant is denoted with number 2. So we'll write 2, and again we are talking about the central incisor. So central incisor is represented by number 1. So this is how you represent the maxillary left central incisor. Okay, let's take just one more example. Mandibular right third molar. So the mandibular right side is represented by number 4. So 4, and we are talking about the third molar, which is represented by digit 8. So 4, 8. Okay, that is all about the FTI system for the permanent dentition. Now let's move on to the primary dentition. So primary teeth also use 2 digits, but the quadrant numbers are different here. So let me draw a horizontal line to separate our arches and a vertical line to separate the right and left side. So here the upper right quadrant is represented with number 5, upper left quadrant the number 6, lower left quadrant number 7, and lower right quadrant number 8. So this is how you represent the quadrant for the primary dentition. Now notice one thing. Permanent dentition uses quadrant 1 to 4, and the primary dentition uses quadrant 5 to 8. Okay. Now let's go to the tooth position. Okay. So the central incisor here is numbered as 1, lateral incisor as 2, canine as 3, first molar as 4, second molar as 5. Notice one thing. In the universal system and in the Zsigmondy-Palmer notation, we used letters to identify the teeth in the primary dentition, but here in the FTI system, we are using numbers to identify the teeth. Okay, so number 1 is our central incisor, 2 lateral incisor, 3 for canine, 4 for first molar, and 5 for second molar. Remember, primary dentition does not contain premolars. That is why numbering ends at 5. Okay, so now let's take some examples. A patient needs extraction of 5, 1. Okay, so let's see how we can break it down. So the first digit is our quadrant, and the second digit is our tooth position from midline. So, as I told you earlier, that in the primary dentition, we represent our quadrant from 5 to 8. So, number 5 represents the upper right quadrant. And then we have tooth number 1. So, this is the tooth position from the midline. Now, 1 represents the closest tooth from the midline. So, that will be our central incisor. So, this is our maxillary right central incisor, and it is a primary tooth. So, it's a primary maxillary right central incisor. Now, let's take another example. A pedo patient needs filling in tooth number 7, 1. So, now 7 represents the quadrant, so it will be our lower left quadrant, and 1 represents the position from the midline. So, that will be our central incisor. So, this tooth, the tooth number 7, 1, will be our primary mandibular left central incisor. Okay, so now see how easy this is. So rather than saying the whole name or writing the whole name of the tooth and the quadrant, we can just write this two numbers and it will tell everything. Okay, now let's see some advantages of the FTI system. So this system is simple and logical. The system follows a clear pattern. Once quadrants are understood, tooth identification become very easy. Okay, this system is internationally accepted, very important for exams and modern dental records. Unlike Palmer notation, no special symbols are needed, so it is easier for typing and digital charting. Every tooth has a unique two-digit number. This minimizes communication errors. Now, let's see the comparison with other systems. So, the universal system uses number 1 to 32 continuously and it is commonly used in the United States. The Zsigmondy-Palmer system uses quadrant symbol and the teeth are numbered 1 to 8 in each quadrant. The FTI system is the two-digit system. It is internationally accepted and most convenient for the digital records. Now, the clinical importance. So, FTI system is used in dental charting, radiographs, diagnosis, case records, treatment planning, and clinical communication. For example, if a dentist says tooth 4-6 requires RCT, we can immediately understand that okay, the dentist is talking about the mandibular right first molar. Okay, now a quick revision. The FTI system is a two-digit system. The first digit represents the quadrant and the second digit represents the position of the tooth from the midline. For the permanent dentition, the quadrants are 1, 2, 3 and 4, while for the primary dentition, the quadrants are 5, 6, 7 and 8. So, to conclude, the FTI numbering system is simple, logical and internationally accepted method for identifying teeth. Every tooth is identified using quadrant numbers and tooth position from the midline. A strong understanding of the FTI notation is extremely important for dental anatomy, clinical dentistry, viva examination, NEET MDS preparation, and dental charting and diagnosis. So practice identifying teeth regularly until the numbering becomes automatic. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked my video, please do share and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.